You guys know what time it is. That's right, eraser tutorial time. Hey guys, Alpha here. I just thought I'd do a quick eraser tutorial because I haven't really seen any really on YouTube. I searched it and I couldn't find it. I know it's not a really important subject or anything, but I think it's worth doing a quick little tutorial on. So I have these 5, I think these are probably, or at least these are probably the 4 most popular erasers I think, most artists use, and then this one, I'll also review that too. I use this thing almost every drawing, pretty much I use this one, so I'm just going to use it on some HB lead. Let's see, HB, some 2B, do a little scribble, and some 4B darker lead. Okay, so first we'll do this one. This one's kind of label got smudged. It's a art gum, Prismacolor art gum eraser, and this is probably the softest one. And this one's doesn't seem like it really erases as good as some of these other ones. Let's put these out here. This is a Prismacolor art gum. I got the Staedtler Mars plastic eraser, or I think it's the same as a high polymer eraser. Some of them, there's a Pentel high polymer eraser. I don't think I have one here, but I think it's the same, pretty much the same eraser, same thing, plastic eraser. And then this is the label, the words wore off, is a good old-fashioned pink pearl eraser here. And then of course the kneaded eraser, you can bend it, you can knead it however you need to, fix it or whatever. So this one tends to be kind of more crumbly than the other ones, and you kind of have to press hard to erase, and it gets a lot of whatever you call those things, the not shavings, but the pieces, the crumbs. So I to be honest, I don't really use this one really anymore because it's just kind of more messy, and as you can see, it doesn't really erase the erase the pencil as well as some of the other ones. It doesn't really. Yeah, so I don't really use this one too much anymore. And then there's the pink pearl, is your good old eraser. So a little bit less crumbs, I guess I'll call them, than the art gum one. Seems to work a little bit better here. Still, 4B pencil, you gotta be careful if you're ever using the 4B pencil, because it's really hard to get off the paper. So as you're using a darker pencil, you gotta be careful, and be careful where you put the lines. And then the kneaded eraser is also it's also a challenge sometimes to get the pencil off the paper with the kneaded eraser, but the good thing about the kneaded eraser is it doesn't really leave too many crumbs. See, pretty much almost no crumbs in them, but the eraser does get dirty, so you have to knead it, trying to knead the lead out, so it stays clean on the outside edge, whatever edge you're using. And the 4B is really, it's better for lighter pencils, the kneaded eraser, so it's kind of a challenge getting the 4B off. And then the Staedtler, I think for the bigger erasers, I think this one is the best I've found, because it's for 2 things. One, it gets the it erases the pencil a lot better, and it doesn't have usually it's just one little crumb or whatever you call those things. Usually there's not that much residue, not many crumbs left on the paper, so that's always nice. You can even get the 4B off. Also, yeah, I forgot to say, this is Bristol board paper, smooth Bristol board paper, which I pretty much use for just about all my drawings. you know, my I guess finished drawings, you could call them. I always use smooth Bristol board, except I actually had a pad I was doing an illustration on. It's actually the Bristol vellum paper. I thought it was the smooth, and I was about 5 hours into a drawing, and then I noticed, hey, there's a tiny bit of texture on this paper, and then I looked at the front, and yep, it's the vellum paper. So I guess I, at some point, accidentally bought some vellum paper, but it's almost the same as the smooth. It's just the only difference I notice with pencil is just the slight texture on the paper, but I like it. I like it when it's perfectly smooth, the Bristol smooth. So anyway, you can kind of see the differences how the erasers, you know, how they erase the pencil. But I do recommend this one from experience. I find this one to be the, you know, quickest and easiest and cleanest eraser usually. And the kneaded one's nice if you want to erase a really small area. And if you're using lighter pencil, the kneaded eraser works good. And then this one, the Mono Zero, I guess elastomer eraser it's called. It's really nice. It's a 2mm eraser, and it's really nice for those tiny little detail spots, you know. And it does leave a little bit of crumbs, I guess, but you know, it's okay. I just really use it for the really tiny little detail spots, so it's really nice for those little detail spots, and works pretty good. It's really useful. I use it almost just about every day, but almost probably every drawing I use this little thing. So it's about I think I want to say $8 on Amazon. So, and of course I'm not sponsored by any of these companies or anything. I just thought I'd do a little eraser tutorial because I haven't really seen any, or you know, at least by the big art channels I watch on YouTube, I haven't seen really any eraser tutorials. So anyways, I hope that helps. Still gotta work on making sure my stuff stays centered on the camera, but anyways, I hope that helps anyone watching this. So I guess I'll see you next time. Alright, bye.